Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also, share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen, folks, there's a link tree down below. Has the links to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there. Follow me across all my social media platforms and talk to me because I talk back. Also down there as well as links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all my YouTube pages, and turn on your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Listen, folks, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll be doing a live radio show right here. We'll be sitting down talking about the New York Jets, discussing the offseason, all the things we got to address here. Call in. I take live callers. I love going back and forth with you folks about this football team. Now, with that said and done and put to the side, I've come to talk to you folks today about the New York Jets backup quarterback options. Boy, oh boy, has this backup quarterback position been talked about ad nauseum, critiqued ad nauseum, this most recent season. Man, we're also going to talk about Zach Wilson as well. And I have a feeling or a take that I want to put out there, and I want to get y'all thoughts about it. And we're gonna talk about that in a second. First, I want to talk about the backup quarterback options for the Jets that are out there. Now, we know that the Jets backup quarterback situation has been scrutinized to the hills. Aaron Rodgers went down after like 4 plays into the season, and it was a mess after that. We know that Zach Wilson, who had some flashes here and there was issues with protection, and he was very up and down this season. They tried to go to Tim Boyle. He stunk like he did in the preseason, and he ended up getting bounced. Trevor Siemian was brought in. He was very up and down, but he wasn't very good. They even brought in Brett Rippon at one point. Brought him into the team as well. But here we are, okay, in the offseason. And I think it is imperative that the New York Jets make sure they sew up this backup quarterback position because you never know what can happen, okay? Of course, we're all hoping Aaron Rodgers is fully healthy this upcoming season. He's looking good, finished the season practicing with the team. Everything is looking fine. But, next season we never know what it could hold, right? Who knows? Maybe, and again, knock on wood, maybe he goes down a couple plays or a game and we need a guy to fill in. You have to have a guy that is talented enough to go out there and really be able to hold the team afloat, okay? So some of the options that I think are out there for the New York Jets are very interesting, and I'm going to talk about them. Now, I'm not ranking these guys. These are just some guys that, could be out there that I'm thinking the New York Jets will definitely, give a holler to. So first one is Ryan Tannehill. Man, this guy's 36, right? He spent time with the Tennessee Titans, really done some things out there. Now, of course, we know that Ryan Tannehill, he's no spring chicken. His days of being, a franchise guy is over. But he can come in here and be a very solid backup quarterback option for the Jets. Of course, there's been rumors about the Jets and Ryan Tannehill, being paired ever since last offseason. Before we grabbed Aaron Rodgers, there was a lot of talk that the Jets were eyeing Ryan Tannehill, and he was going to be the guy that was going to be brought in to be their starting quarterback. This was before we closed the deal and landed Aaron Rodgers, all right? And there was a lot of talk, a lot of things brewing. And then eventually a Titans coach came out and nipped it all in the bud. He said, listen, and it's verbatim, we are not trading or cutting Ryan Tannehill. He's going to be a Tennessee Titan. They literally said that. That's it. I don't want to talk about it no more. A coach came out and said that from the Titan staff. So that, put that to rest. But, here we are where he could be an option for the New York Jets this upcoming offseason to come in and be a backup. He could be solid here. This is a guy that can hold the fort, handle business, and do things. The next guy that I want to talk about, Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew, okay, currently with the Colts. This is a guy that, he's been a solid backup quarterback around this league. Of course, we know he's been in Jacksonville. He's done his things, again, currently with the Colts. He's been there, backing up their young quarterback, and he's gotten his chance because their starting quarterback, went down with an injury. But here's a guy that can really hold the rock and hold the fort. Very efficient guy. He'll get the ball to where it needs to go, and he'll minimize mistakes. So that's what you need from a quintessential backup QB. So Gardner Minshew is another guy. All right. Next guy that I think could be a backup quarterback option for the New York Jets, Jacoby Brissett. Boy, oh boy, we got to see Jacoby Brissett up close and personal. Okay, do work. We played the Commanders this year. He's on that team out there in Washington, and man, we were destroying Sam Howell. The Washington's offense couldn't do nothing, with him at the helm of it. They take him out of there. Jacoby Brissett steps into the game. And things just turn around for their offense. All of a sudden, the lights turn on. Jacoby Brissett was 10 of 13, had 100 yards, and had a touchdown as well. The Jets barely beat them. Barely beat that Washington team, okay? Thank goodness Zuerlein has the leg he does because we beat them 28-30, okay? It was close. It was close, man. And it was getting ugly for the Jets, all right? But Jacoby Brissett, I think, could be a great option for the New York Jets at the backup spot, too. Final guy I want to talk about, Tyrod Taylor. Of course, we got to see him up close and personal as well. He played with the Giants this season. We actually knocked him out of the game. I think it was like a rib injury or a lung injury that he had or something like that after taking a shot from the Jets. I think a guy landed on him or something like that. And, man, let me tell you something. Tyrod has definitely, been with a couple teams around this league. We know, I think he was with the Ravens at one point, with the Bills. He's a guy that's a consummate veteran quarterback, veteran backup guy. And not only can he do solid things from the pocket, right? He can definitely deliver the ball to where it needs to be. But he's also a guy that's mobile as well. And he's athletic. So that stretches the boundaries of your offense, too, with a guy that he's not a statue. If he feels pressure, if he sees something he doesn't like, he can take off and extend the drive with his feet as well and move the chains, right? Get first downs, taking off and running. So, he's going to be an option for the New York Jets out there as well. Of course, there may be other guys falling and coming out, but these are some of the names that's really swirling right now. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Zach Wilson really quickly, okay? I know that people, and there's been rumors swirling about Zach Wilson and his future here with the Jets, or his future, somewhere else outside the Jets facility, all right? I don't know what it is. But it's just a feeling that Zach Wilson will be in a Jets uniform next season. I have a feeling that he's going to be in a Jets uniform. Listen to me. Listen. Are your ears open? Listen to me. I have a feeling that Zach Wilson will be here as a third-string quarterback. Third, okay? Third-string quarterback, not a starter, not the backup, immediate backup. No, as the third-string quarterback. And here's why. I feel like the New York Jets are going to try to do what the Packers did with Jordan Love, which is find a way to get his cap number down to give him an extension. I know that if the Jets keep him on the roster, he makes like $10 or $11 million next year. I think they're going to try to extend him for at least 2 more years so that he will get a chance at some point to challenge to be the starter again once Aaron Rodgers is done with the New York Jets and moves on. I feel like that's what's going to happen. It's just a gut feeling that I have that they're going to find a way to extend Zach Wilson, upcoming in this offseason to keep him a Jet for a few more years until Aaron Rodgers is out of here. And here's the deal. This regime, right? Robert Saleh, Joe Douglas are tied to Zach Wilson, and they want to see him succeed at all costs, and we've all seen this. Through hell or high water, they've literally said out of their own mouth, they're going to do whatever it takes to see him succeed in this league. And if you're Zach Wilson, when you have that type of support, especially the support of a franchise that took you really high in the draft, and then you also have the support and love of your childhood hero, Aaron Rodgers himself said out of his own mouth that one of his responsibilities here, outside of doing work on the field and handling business and being good out there throwing the ball when the lights are on, is to make sure that Zach Wilson is ready so that when he walks off, Zach Wilson can get his chance. That he literally said that. And if you're Zach Wilson, right, unless you're just tired of the media, you're tired of the fans, you're tired of everything that comes with New York, unless you're tired of that and you just can no longer handle it, you're just broken mentally. This is the best place for you to stay and succeed at some point in your career because of all the love and support that you have. If you go somewhere else, you're not going to have that. You try to go some other team, they're not going to care as much as we care here in New York. No way. Because if you go to the Colts or to the Jacksonville Jaguars or something, they're going to say, hey, you can come in and compete or whatever, and we'll see. But you're not going to have a guy like Aaron Rodgers molding you, to the offense and making sure that everything's good with you and doing whatever he needs to do. He's one of the greats. You're not going to have a general manager and a coach that's like, we are heavily invested in making sure that you can get on the field and be a reliable starter at some point. You're not going to have that. You're just not. Okay? And if you want to be a starter, now again, I'm saying this, that does not mean that the New York Jets aren't going to bring in a young quarterback to compete with him if he stays here and is extended at some point. That doesn't mean that. I think the New York Jets will absolutely explore opportunities in bringing in a young quarterback, possibly in the draft, right, to come in here and compete with Zach Wilson. But if you're Zach Wilson and you want to be a starter in your career, again, if you want to get another chance, the Jets are the best place to do that. Because you would have sat behind Aaron Rodgers for 2, maybe 3 years, where you've just gotten to soak up all this game, okay? All the game. You've also been able to soak up all this offensive, everything. You should know everything from the offense in the next 2 years, everything. You'd have a leg up in the competition. You'd have a leg up. You'd have a leg up to any young guy they bring in, any other guy outside of, the facility that they're going to bring. You'd have a leg up and you'd be ready to go. So if Zach Wilson is as smart as I think Zach Wilson is, if they offer him this opportunity to extend and stay here for 2 more years, I think that he would do it if he wants to continue to be a starter. If he wants a chance to be a starter again in this league when Aaron Rodgers is gone. I think he'll do it. I don't know. I got a feeling. I got a feeling that he's going to be here if they can extend him and lower that cap number. I got a feeling. 3rd string. Got a feeling. Comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. How do you folks feel about the backup quarterback options that I named? Ryan Tannehill, Gardner Minshew, Tyrod Taylor, Jacoby Brissett. Do you have a favorite? Let me know. What are your thoughts about my take about Zach Wilson? Some of my, my gut feeling. Do you think the New York Jets will try to extend him? Could you see him being here next season in the Jets uniform? Comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. You folks have a good one. Peace.